Welcome to Cryptogenics.
Hey everybody, this is our Sunday night live team call for Cryptogenics. The team is Team Call. We didn't have a call last Sunday, so this is actually our only second team call. Just to give you guys a quick update, we're not going to be long tonight at all. But we are now officially 6 weeks into pre-launch, and 6 weeks. If you guys have any background noise, let me mute everybody out. All right, so we're now 6 weeks into our pre-launch, and as a team, we now have almost 2,400 members on our team in 6 weeks. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. In fact, that's very good. 2,300 team members. We have, I don't know how many has been promoted, but we did start a contest 2 weeks ago for anybody that enrolled 3 members. They made their money back, but number 2, we also made them their very own private promo video, and I think I've made about 10 of those. So if you haven't had a video made for you and you've already got your 3, please shoot me an email with your picture and your web address that you want on your video, and I'll make you that promo video. If you don't have your 3, then you want to make it a point ASAP that before this month is out, knock out your first 3 sales so that you can get your video for free. You've made your money back, and everything from this point forward is free, basically. So we've got that contest going on. The company, and I'm still shocked by this, the company Friday night made an announcement. They're calling it the fork, and they call it the fork because we're in the crypto space. So if you know what forks mean, you should if you went through the training. You know what a fork is. But what happened was the company decided to give all of us a raise and a bonuses. So if you made 1 sale that week, then your commission wasn't just normal. They tripled it. Here's an example. If you were going to make $25 on the Cryptonary, instead you made $100. That meant for every 3 people that joined your business, or if some of you guys that's sitting on a huge power leg, every 1 person that joined your inside leg, you made $100. That is huge. Just like if you made $100 from you sponsoring. So I just use myself as an example. I don't say this publicly, and please don't share this information publicly. But for example, last week I was scheduled to make about $3,600. I ended up making $5,700 for the week because of this extra bonus. That ain't nothing to sleep over. I was already awake, but it woke me up even more. So this coming week, this is payday for you guys. This is an opportunity for you to make some serious income, especially if you're blessed to be in a position and you're sitting on all that freaking spillover that somebody else built for you. All you do is have to build 1 leg, your inside leg. Every single sale might be, I can't say it's going to be guaranteed. I can at least say it's going to be at least doubled. It will at least be $50 instead of $25. But it might be more. It might be $50, $75, or $100. But the point is, it is at least double what you would normally make. Even at $50, that's still a killing. So just wanted to give you guys that heads up that in your pursuit to get your business for free, to go ahead and get your promo video, you're getting at least double your commissions. And I wasn't the number 1 money earner last week. Somebody else on the team made almost $7,000 for the week because of this promotion. And this is just 6 weeks into the business. Now, the promotion is going to last until June 30th, till the end of June. So you have between now and the end of June to make a killing on your team, your organization, and new people that's coming in and getting started to make a lot of money. I'm just doing the math in my head. That's a lot of money. Imagine if you're right now sitting on, let's say you've got 300 members on your power leg, because some of you do. Some of you got over 1,000. But you've got 300 members on your power leg. That means if 100 people were to come in on your inside leg, that's 10 grand, maybe, if they're doing it by 100. That is crazy. That's crazy money right there. That's 10 grand if they do what this happened this past week. So if I were in some of your shoes, I would not be sleeping. I would be doing everything in my power to knock this out. And that leads to the next. How? You'll say, Brandon, that's easy for you to say, but it's not easy signing people up. I beg to differ. It actually is if you're doing certain things. And the things that I'm talking about is exposing your business to other people. That's it. It's a symbols numbers game. It's not about convincing, because I hear people tell me all the time, Brandon, how do I convince this person that they need crypto education? I say you don't. You move on to the next person. This isn't about convincing. There is so much intrigue about crypto now that the more you talk about it, the right people, when they hear what you say, they're going to, tell me more, show me more. I strongly advise that you get the marketing funnel, KGX Pro. I'm waiting for the leads system to come out so I can start the co-op campaign. But until then, utilize that. Utilize that by showing it to people. You don't have to explain anything. Just show them that your funnel. Let them watch the 1-minute video and let them follow the process. But the amount of money that's on the table right now, it's just crazy. I've never seen this before. But again, we're in the crypto space. There's more money involved in the crypto space. So the next thing about this is that we are also taking advantage of the mining rigs, the mining, green mining. I'm waiting on some information, and once I get that, I'm going to be recording a presentation tonight, a mining recording. And based on how comfortable I feel doing it, I'm probably going to have an emergency mining live presentation tomorrow. Because normally we don't have anything scheduled on Monday, but I might do one tomorrow simply because it's $500 per sale. $500 per sale. We've got people that has already bought 10 machines. Peter Blackwell's got 6. So imagine if you sign somebody up and they get 4 or 5 machines. That's $500 each for you. Now, here's some new information as far as the mining and I don't have the time to tell you and explain what mining is. Our training modules do that. So if you've gone to the training, you know what mining is and how important it is to the cryptocurrency space. The blockchain can't be built without mining. That's the whole point of it, or the decentralized ones, not the ones controlled by the governments and the banks. They're creating their own. But the decentralized blockchain is built based off the mining, the machines, the rigs. And the reward for building the blockchain is coins. So you look at Bitcoin, for example. There was no ICO when Bitcoin came along. There were just machines that mined for the coins. So because of the volatility and hostility in the United States when it comes to ICOs, this company Green is doing it through mining instead. They're following the same footsteps that Bitcoin did. The reason why we're so excited about Green is most of the coins on the market today, there really is that we can see real world use value for it. Outside of Ethereum, Monero, some of the other ones, top 10 coins, there are ideas of technology that is yet to be developed. So people are buying into the hope that these things are going to be valuable one day because the world's going to need the technology. And that may come to pass. The 80% of the coins in the market aren't going to last the next 10 years or so. But this coin, the Green X coin, is what is the reward of the technology of Green. Now, Green, the company Green, has, I think I could say this, a couple hundred of millions of dollars behind it. I don't know if I can say this stuff. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll be penalized later. They've got over $50 million worth of contracts already bought for their product. Think of it like Uber or Airbnb or like an Amazon. It's like a wholesale company, that power company. It's going to be one of the largest power companies in the world that's providing solar-type green, environment-free energy. Now, I'm not too versed on the technology just yet, on how it does what it does, but the demand for it is going to be crazy. They'll be the largest power company in the world because they have no borders for their technology. This is going to be on the exchange. So when coins hit the exchange and you've got some real world value behind it, the value of it goes up because the demand for it goes up. We are the first major company that's the wholesale mining this. And as distributors, we're the biggest distributor. So not only is there value in making $500 per cell, there's value in mining the coin itself for where it's going to be in the future. Now, can I guarantee this? Because this is whatever, $3,700, that's a lot of money. Can you guarantee me? No, I can't. Just like I can't guarantee if you invested in Amazon that Amazon's going to be here in 2 years. It may not. You never know what can happen. I can't guarantee. We're just looking at forecasting on what we think based on our own educated models guess is going to happen. And so this is something that we are very excited about and very confident about, enough so that people bought 10 rigs already by themselves. That's a lot of money to put into something. So I would strongly encourage, if you can afford it, to get a rig yourself. If you're not comfortable with the Green X, you can get you a Bitcoin, mining Bitcoin, or mining Bitcoin Cash, or mining Bitcoin Gold. They're all going to go up. So no matter what you're mining, you're going to have great value for it. So we're real excited about the mining. We think this is going to end up taking us to a whole nother level. It also gives us an attraction of individuals who are what I call high-end individuals. These are people that they like the education, but to them it's not enough money for them. $25, $50 here, but the ability to make $500 a sale. Oh, they'll go out there and sell 50 machines, 100 machines. Think about it. If you sold 100 machines, 100 times $500, it's a lot of money. So that's the next piece, and we'll be having more products in the future that our sales force will be able to sell and make a commission from as well. But the foundation will always be the education. That's the movement that we're creating. We want to have a whole movement of bringing crypto education to the world, to the masses. You'd be surprised by how many people out there have no idea what this is. And then even experts that speak on it, and you realize they don't know what they're talking about. Even Jack Ma, CEO of Alibaba, has no idea. You hear statements from Warren Buffett, from Bill Gates. They have no clear understanding, and even admitted so. I don't know what it is. So the market for people who need this is huge, but there's a difference between need and people understanding that they need it. That we know they need it, but they themselves may not know they need it yet. So how do we overcome that obstacle? And it's basically like a new business that has commercials on TV. A new restaurant opens up in your neighborhood, or a barbershop or whatever, and they advertise. And you see something 3, 4, 5 times, you start to get curious. Let me go see what this is all about. Same thing in the crypto space. It took 9 years for it to get to this point. And the more people hear about it, the more they're going to be interested, the more they're going to want to know more about it, the more they're going to want to be involved. And we want to be that gateway for them entering the crypto space. I tell people there is no way in the world you should invest in cryptocurrency before you go through our education platform. I am that confident that by the time you're finished with our 45 lessons, because 45 lessons means 45 different topics. If you ask somebody off the top of their head that's not gone through education but they think they know crypto, give me some topics on crypto education. At best, they may be able to give you 10 to 15. 10 to 15. What is Bitcoin? Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? What is a wallet? What's the difference between a hard wallet and a soft wallet? How do I buy? How do I sell? What is Ethereum? What is the difference between an altcoin and Bitcoin? What is market cap? They might get to 15. We've got 45. And that's just basic, because then we're going to have more lessons every single month added on. We've already got more than 10 that we haven't released yet. That's going to be going for our ongoing members, plus daily live trainings. I do crypto talks twice a day, and I can't keep up with the new information that's coming on and going on out there. So very, very exciting times for us. Congratulations to those of you who have engaged 6 weeks in. Those of you that's making some money, you made some serious money this past week. Congratulations on that. And we want to make sure that you continue to do so. So get that KGX Pro funnel. Also, starting probably next Saturday, we're going to be instituting a company-wide training system, meaning training for personal development. So anybody that wants to be a certified, we're going to have certified trainers within the company, and they're going to go through a training process to learn the way we want things to be done, how to do presentations a certain way, how to do three-way calls a certain way, how to set up your own personal trainings and Zoom calls and events like that. We're doing it this way so that when you go into a room in Atlanta, you're going to get the same information if you went to a room in Seattle. So it's not you've got 5 or 6 or 7 different teams out there all doing something different. We want it all uniform, and that's so important in this space because we're considered in the investment world. Different rules apply to us. So in an effort to safeguard the company and protect the company, and we don't have rogue people out there doing their own thing, we have one message that's coming from the company, and we're going to be training certain individuals to be certified trainers. So you'll hear more about that in the upcoming weeks. A guy named Mark Janowski is the one leading this. He's a pinnacle leader on Christie's team. We had the event in Tampa this past weekend. I got reports back that was a great event. We had Ron and Shauna on our team that went down there. Ricketts organization, he's in my team actually. So we had a lot of members, but his team's not TCA. So he did a great job. I saw the live stream. We had a lot of members were there. So the next event that's going to come up you'll hear about is going to be in Chicago, June 8th. So I'll be there for that, but it's not the typical, like just a cryptogenics event. It was an event that was already planned. That's a day-long event just about cryptocurrency. But the host, Kenneth Lewis Sr., has transformed it into cryptogenics type of an event. But this is a paid event. You actually have to pay to be there for this type of information. And I'll give you information about that in detail, where it's going to be, the itinerary for it, sometime this week coming up. I got to get my plane ticket for that. So that's all for the updates. I want to make sure everybody is staying focused. And focus means doing just some things that you can control. And the one focus and goal is I need to get my 3. Get my business for free, because you're establishing a success story for yourself. Because when you talk to other people, the first thing, or one of the first things they ask you is, have you made any money yet? Have you had any success yet? And you're able to tell them, not only did I get started, not only am I getting great training on crypto education, I also made my money back, which is one of the top rules in the crypto space. Make your investment back. Make your money back. So you tell them, I made my money back and everything's in profit and I'm getting my training for free. That should be goal number one. Goal number two after that is, okay, I need to get to making $500 a month, $1,000 a month, then $500 a week, $1,000 a week. You know, you want to get to that point. My goal is to be doing $10,000 a week plus in the next 2.5 months. No, got close this past week, 5,700, halfway there, but doing that on a consistent basis. So you got to set your goals, but you can't eat the whole cake in one bite. You got to take baby steps. So I'm going to open up the lines right now, and if anybody has any questions or comments, and then we'll go ahead and dismiss. Let me unmute everybody. Oh, that's not a good thing to do. All right, if anybody has any comments or questions, hit *6 to unmute yourself. State your name, where you're calling from.
Hello, Brandon. Shane West from Chicago.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead, Shane.
With 10% matching bonuses, do they pay those out monthly or weekly?
The matching bonus is monthly.
Okay, that's how it works.
Yeah, matching bonus is monthly, unless they change it to weekly. But right now, last I heard, that's monthly.
And are they with the mining rigs and someone you sponsored by a mining rig or multiples? With the new system, do you get double the money back or triple, like you said, or something?
That's only on the Kryptonary, the $25.
Okay.
Not the if you get $500 on the mining rig, you're not going to get $1,500. No, that's $500.
Okay. All right.
It's the Kryptonary. If you were going to get $25, you're going to get at least $50. But you have to do at least one sale that week.
Right. You get 3 points for the Kryptonary, though, with mining rigs, correct?
That's correct. So let me give you an example. Okay. Let's say somebody that I signed up on my inside leg gets one machine. I make $500 for that machine, right? And then the 3 Kryptonary points would come out to about $75. Instead, if it was this past week, instead of $75, I made $300. So instead of $500 for the sale of that machine, I made $800.
Oh, see, but the only thing is they have to be on your opposite leg let's say my guy was on my
That's correct. If you
he has to be sponsored on that leg,
Correct.
Okay.
I'll use Peter Blackwell, for example. He's on my power side. So that leg, I mean, that's got over 1,900 people in it. So my inside leg has 400 now. So Peter's on my power leg, which means those points are accumulated to me that I don't get paid until action happens on my inside leg. But he bought, I think, 4 machines that time because he's getting 2 this week. So those 4 machines, I made $500 per machine that he bought. So that's, $2,000. Now, I don't get the extra, those 3 points goes into the Kryptonary.
Yep.
And I'm not paid out on that until something happens on my other side. But on my other side, if somebody that I sponsor, a.k.a. you, go ahead and get a machine, I make $800. So Shane, go get you a machine, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I need a couple at least.
Well, your guy Kenny, I think he bought 2 machines. I know he bought 1. So you're going to make $500 from him buying that machine.
Right. Okay. Yeah, let's get it.
All right. Any other questions, Shane?
Nope. Thank you, sir.
No problem. All right. Anybody else? Hit *6 to unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Ron from Hawaii.
Hey, Ron, go right ahead.
Yeah, I was just wanting to see if you purchase a machine while it's mining, what interest would you be making off of it?
Well, that's interesting about what is the mining rig going to produce. And this is what we also have to be careful with because of enticement and the SEC laws about what we say, what we can produce. Since we haven't started mining that rig yet, we don't know exactly what it's going to produce. We have some averages. It might be able to pump out a couple thousand coins a month. Now, the value depends on when it hits the exchange. At that value, we'll know what that is. And then from there, we'll see how it rises in value. Now, since we haven't been mining it yet, I know they're going to use me as a test subject. So as soon as my machine starts to mine, then they're going to show the results on how many coins my machine has produced in its first 30 days. And then from there, you'll be able to look on the when it hits the exchange, what the value of that coin is. And so you can do your own math. As a company, and since this is being recorded and it's open, I can't say what those numbers are because that's illegal. But I can show you the results after the machine does what it's going to do. So when you've got individuals that say, they might say, well, I don't want to buy a machine if I don't know what the numbers are going to be, then you might want to wait until we can show you some numbers. Or you can be like us, says, oh, go ahead.
What about the Bitcoin, say, for instance?
Here's what you do on this. We sent out the mining specs of what the rig is because it's an ASIC rig. So what you can do is you can look that up on social, not just on the internet, to show what these rigs have produced traditionally, because that's the same. It's not a super duper rig that's better than any other mining rig out there. The only difference is you're not sharing it with anybody. There's no hash rate. You actually own the rig. So if you go to the cryptotools.com page, you'll see the presentation for the mining. So download that presentation. You'll see the mining specs. It tells you exactly what the rig is. Take that rig, look it up on the internet, and you can do a little search to see what has this produced based on this information. Now, once our rig actually starts to mine, then we will be able to say our Bitcoin rig is doing this amount this last 30 days. We're not allowed to project. We can show results. There's a difference there. So if I were to say, go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you give an example of a rig that's producing right now, like something that's already existing, like what the interest is, why it's producing?
Yeah, well, I'll use an example of one rig that was being done by Mining Max, for example, had an Ethereum rig. Back in December of 2016, it was pumping out almost like 100 coins a month. By the time this June 2017, it was doing maybe 1.5 to 2 coins a month. And then by July and August, it dropped down to doing about half a coin to 1 coin per month, Ethereum coin. So the value of Ethereum at that time was around $200, $300. So you're looking at the rig was doing maybe $500 to $800 a month. So if you spent, at that time, those rigs cost like $4,000, then you figure, okay, if it's doing $500 to $800 a month, I spent $4,000, then it'll probably take about 4 or 5 months for the rig to pay for itself and to be in profit. So I'm just saying use those type of numbers. Traditionally, it takes about 4 to 6 months for any mining machine to pay for itself. And then after that, it's in profit. I'm not saying that's what ours is doing. Traditionally, all the mining rigs that's out there, 4 to 6 months for it to pay for itself.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's all the questions I had. Thank you.
No problem. Now, again, I say, as soon as our machines are mining, we will be able to show the results. We won't be able to say the money, but we can say how many coins it's been doing. and then you can look it up and see what the value of it is. So just give us some time to get it up and running.
Yeah, I got you. I was going to purchase one. That's why I was curious in what how it was working.
There you go. Now,
yes,
when you purchase one, these rigs are in demand. So we're talking about it can take anywhere between 30 to 90 days for your order to be delivered. So keep that in mind. That's why we had so many people bought them early on, because we pre-bought a bunch of rigs to sell in the company. So we already had them on hand. Then after that, then it's going to take a couple months for your rig to arrive. So keep that in mind too, so you don't. Yeah, go ahead.
When does this product launch?
Oh, it's already done. The product's already launched. Are you talking about the green itself?
Yeah, the green itself.
Or that's already in the process. They've already got over $50 million in orders on the product.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the coins are just now being mined.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else? Anybody else? Hit star 6 and unmute yourself. State your name, where you're calling from. If you've got a question or a comment. Going once. Going twice. All right, we're done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, this week, let's call this Money Week. We're getting to the last half. Yes.
Brandon, how you doing? It's Darnell, Oklahoma City.
Hey, Darnell, go right ahead, sir.
Okay. That was one of my guys right there, Ronnie, out of Hawaii. What we're doing, we're trying to get him in. And like he said, he was going to purchase a couple of the mining rigs. So, but we're having that problem with Coinbase as far as that the limited amount that you could get within 1 day.
Right.
On the Bitcoin. Right. So we're trying to see what the best, thing would be us would do.
Local Bitcoins as well.
Okay.
There's an option for that. And there's another option that allows you to do ACH wire, and I forgot which company that was, so you can get a large amount up front.
Right. Okay. I forgot which one that was also. So, okay.
It's CoinMe in Seattle.
CoinMe. There you go. Thank you. CoinMe.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's what I needed to know. Okay. Sure will. Thank you.
No problem. And I'll say this, too, for Ron. He's brand new, and those were good questions to ask because people always want to know, show me the numbers. Show me, especially when we used to talk about the bot. How much money am I going to make? The moment we say that this isn't MLM space anymore. We're not selling juices and coffee where we can share those numbers. They consider us in the investment world. And any time we make a figure, we open ourselves up for being sued. Not only from the state, the federal government, and any individual who does business with us, if their numbers don't meet and match exactly what we said they would, even if we say it could or up to or possibility or no guarantees, people will still read it however they want to read it. So to protect ourselves, to protect the business, to protect you guys, we are following the laws unknowingly to the T. Exactly what our lawyers tell us to do. In fact, one of the lawyers we have used to be a lawyer for another company and gave that other company the same recommendations they gave us. That company decided, no, that's too restrictive. We're not going to be able to grow our business. We need to be able to share these numbers or people aren't going to want to do business with us, and we're going to do it anyway. And you know what happened to that company? Cease and desist, and then got shut down. And then they stole and ran off with everybody's money. So we're not going to go down that path. We're going to do everything by the book, exactly as the lawyers say that we can do. So everything that you hear us say publicly has been cleared from them. And sometimes when I open my mouth and say something I shouldn't, they're on me real quick. Like, you got to take that down. You can't say that. You can't do that. And I appreciate it. I don't want to go to jail. So I hope you guys can appreciate it also, that it's for the long-term benefit of the company. All right, any other comments or questions?
Hey, Brandon. It's Bethany from Seattle.
Hey, Stephanie, go right ahead.
My question is, I had somebody in my downline ask me today if they could split a rig with somebody, mining rig.
Yeah, I mean, the rig still has to be bought and purchased by an individual. So it's going to be between those two parties on how they're splitting that up, because you can only put one wallet address on where it's going to get paid to. So the company isn't going to say, all right, this ownership is going to these three people or this group. The best, I would say, if somebody has a corporation or they start a corporation, so they have them both people as officers on that corporation, and they buy the rig in the corporation name, or if they want to, let's go half on it. I'll spend $1,800. Yeah, you spend $1,800. Then it's got to go under one person's name, and then that's between those two people how they want to split that up.
Okay, so those two people then for like income tax purposes, which is really important that we pay attention to, would have to divvy that up.
Exactly, because the income tax is going to be reported on the individual who ordered the machine.
Exactly. Okay. I just wanted to know if that was compatible and legal.
Yep. You good to go.
All right. Thank you.
No problem, Stephanie. All right. Anybody else? Any comments or questions? Okay, good to go. One thing, too, that's important to you guys' growth is staying plugged into the system. Participating on our webinars. I'm doing them every Tuesday and Thursday night. Participating on our team calls, and the people that you enroll, making sure that they're on here as well so that they're getting information directly and not secondhand from you, or they don't even know what's going on. So you're doing yourself a favor by plugging them in. We've got 15 people on our team call tonight, and we've got 2,300, 2,400 people on the team. Think about that. And who do you think is going to end up making the most money? Those people who plug in. So stay plugged in. Let's have a productive week this week. Let's get this money. They're telling us that they're going to double our money. All we have to do is make one sale this week. Oh, let's make one sale this week at least. So thank you guys for joining me today. This was recorded. Brandon. I'll get it out. Yes.
Brandon, I'm sorry. Just one last question. This is Darnell from Oklahoma City.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
My guy comes in. That's one sale. Now, when he purchases his rigs, 2 rigs, that's considered as 2 sales?
Yeah, but you only need to qualify. You only need one sale for the week. But, yeah, if he buys 2 rigs, that's 2 sales.
Right. Okay. I was just, making that distinction. Okay.
Thank you. Sales is not by person. It's by product.
Right.
So it's actually 3 sales because he bought the KGX product for $300. Right. Then he bought 2 machines. That's 3 sales right there.
Right.
From one individual.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, guys, let's stay plugged in. Hopefully, if I get the information I need, I will record that mining video tonight, get that out to everybody, and get this recording out to everybody as well. But we want to have an explosive, productive week this week. Oh, and the app should be coming out very soon also. I talked to Mike today. He said, yeah, he's already got it. I think there's like one more video that hasn't been plugged into it yet. But we want that app by the end of the month, going into the 1st of June. So June is going to be an explosive month as well. So keep that in mind. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. See you all tomorrow. God bless. Good night. Bye-bye.
Crypto Gen X.